Shalom, brothers. Let's talk about something real for a second. Too many men today are out here popping their collars, flexing for the world, and doing whatever it takes to look like they made it. You see it every day. Men putting rims on cars they can't afford, wearing designer clothes that don't match their budget, throwing away stacks of money in the strip club, all to prove to other people that they're somebody. But the set apart man doesn't need validation from the world. His validation comes from Yahweh, the Creator Himself. When you know who you are in Him, you don't need applause. You don't need likes, and you definitely don't need to flex. So before we dive deep into this one, brothers, do me a solid, do me a favor, hit that like button. Doesn't cost you anything. Subscribe to the Set Apart Man YouTube channel, and if you subscribe, man, turn your notifications on and set them to all notifications. That way you don't miss a single video. And then lastly, man, answer this question in the comments. What's one thing you used to do to impress other people, and how did it set you back as a man? I truly want to hear what you got to say, and you'd be surprised at who would read your comments and learn that some of their ways might be foolish. Let's talk about it.
The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. What truth? That you are a slave. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage. Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself. This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
All praise to the Most High Yah Shalom. Thank you for tuning in to another righteous spirit, Ruach-filled episode of The Set Apart Man. Once again, I'm back at it in them trenches, handling that kingdom business, teaching men, young and old, how to live more righteous, how to be obedient to the will of the Most High Yah, and how to navigate this world. Modern society is built to make men insecure. Every ad, every social media post, every so-called influencer is showing off their car, their jewelry, their women, and men think that's success. But what's really happening? You're being trained to need validation from people who don't care about you. Let's be honest. How many brothers have spent thousands of dollars to look the part, putting 24-inch rims on a car you can't even afford to maintain? But guess what? While you're driving the car, man, you can't even see the rims. The flex isn't for you. It's for everybody else. That's how the enemy keeps men trapped, chasing false validation. You think you're shining, but in reality, you're just a prisoner of people's opinions. Proverbs chapter 29 verse 25 says, "The fear of man brings a snare, but whoever trusts in and puts his confidence in Yahweh will be exalted and safe." When your goal is to impress others, you become enslaved to their opinions. But when your confidence comes from Yahweh, you walk in peace, power, and purpose. Brothers, let's talk resources, time, money, and energy. How many men have gone broke trying to look rich? How many men have thrown away their rent money in the strip club just to feel like the man for one night? See, flexing might make you feel powerful for the moment, but it'll make you feel powerless in the long run. You might feel like a king when you walk in with a stack of hundreds, but you'll feel like a fool when the bills come due and you've got nothing left. Proverbs chapter 13 verse 11 says, "Wealth obtained by fraud dwindles, but he who gathers gradually by honest labor will increase his riches." The set-apart man doesn't chase flash. He builds foundation, because flashy fades, but faithfulness, it lasts. While other men are buying rims, he's buying tools. While others are buying bottles, he's buying books. While others are trying to impress women, he's working to impress Yahweh. That's what separates the set-apart man from the show-off. When a man constantly feels the need to flex, it's not confidence, it's insecurity. It's a desperate cry for validation. And the problem is, no matter how much attention he gets, it's never enough, because he's trying to fill a spiritual void with material things. That's why so many men flex online, but suffer in silence offline. You'll see a man posting pictures of his car, his jewelry, or his vacation, but behind closed doors, he's drowning in debt, unhappy, unfulfilled. Validation from the world will always keep you empty, but validation from Yahweh fills you with peace. You don't have to prove anything. You just have to be who he called you to be. Romans chapter 12 verse 2 says, Do not be conformed to this world with its superficial values and customs, but be transformed and progressively changed by the renewing of your mind, so that you may prove what the will of Yahweh is. That means stop living for clout and start living for your calling. See, brothers, the real flex isn't money. The real flex isn't status. The real flex is righteousness. When Abraham armed his trained men to rescue Lot, that was a flex. When David stood before Goliath with nothing but faith, that was a flex. When David refused to bow down to the king's idol, that was a flex. Those men didn't need approval from the crowd. They had favor from Yahweh. 1 Samuel chapter 2 verse 30 says, "Those who honor me, I will honor, and those who despise me will be lightly esteemed." The world honors men who look strong. Yahweh honors men who are strong in obedience, faith, and discipline. So if you really want to flex your self-control, flex your prayer life, flex your integrity when nobody's watching. The set-apart man moves different. He doesn't post every blessing online because he knows every blessing ain't for public display. He doesn't seek validation from likes because his purpose is already liked by the Most High. When other men are chasing clout, he's chasing character. When others are spending to impress, he's investing in progress. Proverbs chapter 16 verse 32 says, "He who is slow to anger is better and more honorable than the mighty soldier, and he who rules and controls his own spirit than he who captures a city." That means self-discipline is greater than domination. Inner strength is greater than outer status. So brothers, stop flexing for a world that doesn't care about you. Stop wasting your resources for people who won't be there when you fall. You don't need to prove your worth. Yahweh already proved your worth when he created you in his image. The only flex that matters in life is living righteous, walking in obedience, and representing the kingdom boldly in a world that glorifies weakness and wickedness. Man, if this message spoke to you, man, do me a solid and hit that like button, share this video, drop a comment below sharing how Yahweh helped you stop seeking validation, and make sure to subscribe to the Set Apart Man YouTube channel. Because here, we don't chase clout, we chase covenant. Once again, this is the Set Apart Man, kicking that thing gun barrel straight. And until next time, stay set apart, stay disciplined, and stay in that word of Yah. Bow.